Hello children, good morning. Welcome back to today's online class. I am Radhika, your geography teacher. Children, we will study Geography Chapter 4, Climate. Today you have a revision section. Let's start. What is weather? It refers to the state of the atmosphere over an area at any point of time. Climate. It refers to the sum total of weather conditions and variations over a large area for a long period of time. It may be more than 30 years. Monsoon. This word derived from Arabic word mawsim, meaning the seasonal reversal in the wind direction during a year. Climatic controls. That means the major factors. That means the factors which influence the climates of a region. There are 6 major controls of the climate of any place. They are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents, relief features. Factors affecting India's climate. Latitude, altitude, pressure and winds. Factors affecting India's climate. Latitude. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from the Rann of Kutch in the west to Mizoram in the east. Almost half of the country lying south of the Tropic of Cancer belong to the tropical area. All the remaining area north of the tropic lies in the subtropics. Therefore, India's climate has characteristics of tropical as well as subtropical climates. Next, altitude. India has mountains to the north which have an average height of about 6,000 meters. India also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. The Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering the subcontinent. It is because of these mountains this subcontinent experiences comparatively milder winters as compared to Central Asia. Okay, the next one, pressure and winds. Pressure and surface winds, upper air circulation, western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. Pressure and surface winds. India lies in the region of northeasterly winds. These winds originate from the subtropical high pressure belt in the northern hemisphere. And this wind gets deflected to the right due to Coriolis force. And these winds move toward the equatorial region. And this wind carry little moisture. Hence, India should have been an arid climate. But it is not so. Because in winter, the pressure and wind conditions over India are unique. During winter, there is a higher pressure area in the north of the Himalayas. Cold, dry winds blow from this region to the low pressure areas over the oceans to the south. During summer, a low pressure area develops over interior Asia as well as over northwestern India. This causes a complete reversal of the direction of wind during summer. Air moves from the high pressure area over the southern Indian Ocean in a southeasterly direction, crosses the equator and turns right toward the low pressure area over the Indian subcontinent. These winds are known as southwest monsoon winds. And these winds blow over the warm oceans, gather moisture and bring widespread rainfall over the mainlands of India. Next, upper air circulation. The upper air circulation in India is dominated by a westerly flow. It is located between 27 degree to 30 degree north at latitude. And these winds are called that air circle. Okay, that upper air circulation in this region is called as subtropical westerly jet streams. In India, these jet streams blow south of the Himalayas all through the year except in summer. In summer, these jet streams blow north of the Himalayas. Then inside our country, there is a subtropical easterly jet stream. Next, western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. First one, western cyclonic disturbances. The western cyclonic disturbances are weather phenomena of the winter months brought in by the westerly flow from the Mediterranean region. Western cyclonic disturbances are the weather phenomena of the winter month, and these disturbances brought by the westerly flow from the Mediterranean region. And these disturbances, these cyclones, influence the weather of the north and northwestern region of India. Next, tropical cyclones. It occurs during the monsoon as well as in October-November. It is the part of the easterly flow. These disturbances affect the coastal region of the country. That means east coastal region of the country. Children, the recently means yesterday, are you heard about the news in Tamil Nadu? There is a one, the cyclone came and made a destruction in that coastal region. That wind is because of these tropical cyclones. Next, mechanism of the monsoon. There are 5 mechanisms are there. First one, the differential heating and cooling of the land and water. The shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone. Then, what is intertropical convergence zone? The intertropical convergence zone is a broad trough of low pressure in equatorial latitude. This is the area of the equatorial region. This is where the northeast and southeast trade winds converge. That means the northeast wind and southeast wind coming and merging together in the equatorial region of the earth. And in that position is called, that area is called intertropical convergence zone. The pressure of high pressure area east of the Madagascar. The Tibetan Plateau get intensely heated. The movement of the westerly jet streams to the north of the Himalayas and the presence of the tropical easterly jet streams over the Indian peninsula. These are the 5 important mechanisms of the monsoon. Which all are that? The differential heating and cooling of land and water, the shift of the position of intertropical convergence zone, the presence of high pressure area east of Madagascar, the Tibetan Plateau gets intensely heated, the movement of the westerly jet streams to the north of the Himalayas, and last, the presence of the tropical easterly jet stream over the Indian peninsula. Next, southern oscillation. The periodic change in pressure condition is known as Southern Oscillation or SO. That means the tropical eastern South Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure. At the same time, the tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure. But in certain years, there is a reversal in the pressure conditions. That means the eastern Pacific has a lower pressure and the eastern Indian Ocean have a higher pressure. This periodic change in pressure condition is known as Southern Oscillation or SO. The difference in pressure over low pressure and high pressure, okay, that is in Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean, is computed to predict the intensity of the monsoon. If the pressure difference is negative, it means below average and late monsoon. Then what is the meaning of positive? If the difference between this pressure condition is positive, what it mean? It would mean above average and early monsoon. That means the strong monsoon. Next, El Nino. A warm ocean current that flow past the Peruvian coast in place of the cold Peruvian current every 2 to 5 years. This is known as El Nino. A warm ocean current that flow past the Peruvian coast in the place of cold Peruvian current every 2 to 5 years. The change in pressure condition are connected to the El Nino. Hence, the phenomena is referred to as ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation. Okay, children, El Nino means the warm ocean current that flow past the Peruvian coast in the place of cold Peruvian current. That means the warm ocean current coming in the place of cold ocean current. In that phenomena is known as El Nino. And this El Nino we connected with the pressure changes. That is why that process together is known as ENSO. That is El Nino Southern Oscillation. Southern Oscillation means what? The periodic change of pressure condition. Okay. Next, the onset of the monsoon. Monsoon winds are pulsating in nature. The duration of the monsoon is between 100 to 120 days from early June to mid-September. Around the time of its arrival, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. This is known as the burst of the monsoon. The monsoon arrives at the southern tip of the Indian Peninsula, generally by the first week of the June. It proceeds into two, that is, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches Mumbai about 10 days later on the 10th of June. The Bay of Bengal branch also advances rapidly and arrives in Assam in the first week of June. The lofty mountains cause the monsoon winds to deflect toward the west over the Ganga plains. By mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of the monsoons arrives over Saurashtra Kutch and the central part of the country. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal branches of the monsoon merge over the northwestern part of the Ganga plains. Delhi receives the monsoon shower from the Bay of Bengal branch by the end of June. By the first week of July, western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and eastern Rajasthan experience the monsoon. By the mid-July, the monsoon reaches Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. Then its withdrawal. Withdrawal is a gradual process. It begins in the northwestern state of India by early September. By mid-October, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula. The withdrawal from the southern half of the peninsula is fairly rapid. By early December, the monsoon has withdrawn from the rest of the country. Next, main seasons in India. Cold weather season, the hot weather season, advancing monsoon, retreating or post-monsoon. The cold weather season, that is winter. It begins from mid-November in northern India and stays till February. December and January are the coldest months in the northern part of India. The average temperature is between 25 degree to 10 degrees Celsius. Days are warm and nights are cold. Frost is common in the north. The highest slope of the Himalayas experiences snowfall. The northeast trade wind prevails over the country. They blow from land to sea. It is a dry season. Some amount of rainfall occurs on the Tamil Nadu coast. Here winds blow from sea to land. The weather is normally marked by clear sky, low temperature, low humidity and a feeble variable winds. In the northern part of the country, a feeble high pressure regions develop, with a light wind moving toward from this area. Important features of the cold weather season. Inflow of western cyclonic disturbances from the west. They cause the much needed winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. Winter rainfalls locally known as Mahavat. They are important for the cultivation of rabi crops. Peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season. There is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in temperature pattern during winter due to the moderating influence of the sea. Next, hot weather season, that is summer. Hot weather seasons prevail from March to May in India. Due to apparent northward movement of the sun, the heat will shift northwards. As a result, temperature increases in the northern plains. There is rise in temperature and fall in air pressure in the northern part of the country. Toward the end of May, a low pressure area develops on the region extending from Thar Desert in the northwest to Chotanagpur Plateau in the east. In the peninsular India, temperature remains lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. The local winds which blow during summer in different part of India are Lu. The north and the northwestern part, the gusty, hot, dry winds blowing during the day over north and northwestern India is called Lu. Next one is Kal Baisakhi, that calling West Bengal, and these are the local thunderstorms associated with a violent winds, torrential downpour, often accompanied by hails. The meaning of Kal Baisakhi is destruction. Toward the close of the summer season, pre-monsoon showers are common, especially in Kerala and Karnataka. They are often referred to as mango shower. That means the summer rainfall is called a mango shower. This rainfall helps in the early ripening of mangoes. Then next season, advancing monsoon. Advancing monsoon, already we discussed the onset of monsoon. That's why I am not going to explain once again. Then after, retreating and post-monsoon. The retreating and post-monsoon we experience the month between October and November. The month of October to November form a period of transmission from hot rainy season to dry winter condition. The retreat of the monsoon is marked by clear skies and a rise in temperature. While day temperature are high, nights are cool and pleasant. The land is still moist. Owing to the conditions of high temperature and humidity, the weather became rather oppressive during the day, and this is commonly known as October heat. In second half of October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly in the northern India. Okay, children, up to here is your exam portion. I am going to stop here. Thank you.